The man was about to turn into a zombie, yet his daughter had only just turned 3 months old. Andy had intended to kill himself with the knife lying on the ground, but looking at his adorable daughter, he remembered his wife's final request before she died. Andy's heart softened. His daughter had already lost her mother. If he abandoned her too, how would she survive? So Andy resolved to find someone who could care for his daughter before he fully transformed into a zombie. But along the way, the baby cried incessantly. Andy knew she missed her mother, so he took out his wife's perfume and sprayed a few spritzes. To his surprise, the girl stopped crying. Father and daughter then evaded a horde of zombies and reached an abandoned area. There, they encountered a retired doctor. The woman immediately recognized Andy had been bitten by a zombie, yet she didn't turn them away. Instead, she warmly bandaged his wound. Andy felt she was not only compassionate, but also skilled in medicine, the perfect person to care for his daughter. He resolved to entrust her to the woman's care, yet the scene before him left him stunned. The woman was terminally ill and nearing death. Andy didn't want to burden her further or risk his daughter's future. He resolved to find another kind soul willing to take her in, but the zombie virus within him began flaring up more frequently, and his arm had already lost all control. He knew his time was running out. So the next morning, Andy bid farewell to the doctor and pressed on. On the road, Andy encountered zombies. Fortunately, an old man saved them and brought them to his home. Andy thought he'd found another kind soul, but the next moment, the old man locked him and a native girl in a cage to lure zombies, intending only to loot their valuables. Clever Andy tied rotten flesh to a rope, using the zombies to pull the cage up. Afterward, the two escaped successfully with the daughter. To prevent himself from losing control and harming them, Andy chained himself to a rock. The next day, he resolved to find another kind soul. He asked the girl for help, but she refused without hesitation.
I care about you or your baby.
I don't think you mean that.
Father and daughter had no choice but to continue alone. Along the way, Andy's zombie virus flared up again. He fought to suppress the infection with sheer willpower to protect his daughter, then prepared to dig a hole and bury his head to suffocate himself, but he passed out instead. When Andy awoke, his daughter was gone. Frantically searching, he discovered the girl had saved them. It turned out she couldn't abandon them and had decided to join them in their search for an adoptive family.